Hai, Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Nurzarati Sajidah binti Arsyad. Would like to present about artificial intelligence in staffing. Let's get started. My presentation is about to tell you about the phenomena of artificial intelligence, importance of AI, challenge of AI to employers, challenge of AI in recruiting talent. Then, impact of AI in recruiting industry, and the last one is suggestion for the improvement of artificial intelligence. Let's get started with the phenomena. The phenomena of artificial intelligence is booming every day where there is increment of the user artificial intelligence itself. In phenomena of artificial intelligence, we will take a look at the definition, function of artificial intelligence in recruitment industry, and the awareness of benefit artificial intelligence itself. Firstly, company that use artificial intelligence is going to replace the human intelligence into a machine. A definition of artificial intelligence itself is the stimulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think and act as a human. Function of artificial intelligence in recruitment industry, where based on the report that write by Prasanna Matsa and Kusuma Gulamanji, they state that artificial intelligence can use to hiring, training new employee, performance analysis and retention. For the awareness of artificial intelligence, based on further research, they found that in 2020, they have 50% of company that use artificial intelligence as their recruitment method, while in 2018, only 32% of the organization are aware regarding the artificial intelligence that can be used in their recruitment method. Part 2 is importance of artificial in recruitment. There is 4 points that I would like to explain. Firstly, shortening the process of recruitment. Second, the company can reach large number of candidates. Third, reduce the task of professional HR. And fourth, make training become more efficient and effective. For shortening the process of recruitment, the company will receive 1,000 of CV and resume when they posting a job offer in certain websites such as JobStreet and so on. It may take a lot of time in order for them to take or find the information about their candidate in resume page by page, and it may be costing them a lot of money when the company go through with the long process of recruitment. By using artificial intelligence, it may benefit the company when the artificial intelligence can screening the resume to find the information about the candidate within 6 seconds per resume, which is beyond the human skill. And the second point, to reach large number of candidates, where based on thesis prepared by Jennifer Johansson and Senja Heranen, using artificial intelligence can make the company can reach large number of candidates, and at the same time it can reduce the usage of paper, where all the data will be saved in software of artificial intelligence itself. And then it proved where Veracall can make 1,000 of call per day rather than human skill. For the point number 3, which is to reduce the task of professional HR, which usually HR department who faces with the repeated tasks, especially administrative tasks, which take a lot of time to prepare. So by using artificial intelligence, the professional HR or HR executive can focus more on building their employee motivation, strengthening the engage between employee and build a strong workplace relationship between their employee and the company. Um, the company can apply or insert relationship management in system of artificial in order for artificial intelligence to answer all the inquiry from the employee. For point number 4, make training become more efficient and effective, where artificial intelligence can take part in a training process where they have a software to make a training path become smooth and make employee know their potential in the work. Uh, artificial intelligence also can identify the skill gap and could help the HR department to close the skill gap and make the employee weakness become a strength. Part 3 is a challenges of artificial intelligence toward the employers. There is 5 points I would like to explain. Firstly, data quality and quantity. Second, limited knowledge and expertise. Third, legal issue. Fourth, data security. And the last one is company tend to overlook the candidate. For the first point is data quality and quantity, which the quality of the data lean and depend on what the data that insert into artificial intelligence system. Artificial intelligence itself could act according to the info given by them. Also, they need info beyond than that in order to study and identify the pattern of the employee. Artificial intelligence also require large of training data set in order to give great training experience and give best result to the company. For the second point, limited knowledge and expertise. Limited knowledge give bad experience toward the employee and company. Artificial intelligence might respond to what information that they have, and they need a lot of information in order to perform well. Even though the artificial intelligence sometimes give a better performance, but they still need human interaction because not all the problem arise will be solved by the artificial intelligence. And then the less of a technical knowledge and expertise during adoption of artificial intelligence will lead the serious problem, and then it is so important in order for company to identify any error or block that arise during the recruitment process itself. For the legal issue, this issue need to legal issue, the company need to having a serious look on them because the artificial intelligence have a activity to gathering a lot of data, and maybe the data that collected by artificial intelligence itself include the sensitive and privacy data, which might lead the violation of state and federal law. All the data that gathered by the artificial intelligence need to be supervised and managed well in order to avoid the company faces with the big problem later. For the data security, artificial intelligence gather and store a lot of data. The capability of learning and making decision lean on high volume of data, and then they have a possibility of breach of data and data thief. So, a company need to spend more on security of data to tightening their security to avoid leakage and other problem ahead. The last point is the company tend to overlook the candidate because the artificial intelligence itself have a tight rule while screening and may create the rigidity and higher chance to lose the candidate who have a skill and may fit with the company culture. Part 3 is a challenges of artificial intelligence in recruiting talent, which is candidate. There is 4 points that I would like to explain. Firstly, create a new bias. Second, poor and restriction toward the data. Third, hard for candidate who not internet savvy. And the last one, less human judgment. For the challenge not only faced by the organization itself, but it faced by the candidate also, where by using the artificial intelligence, it might create a new bias, which is uh, all the information and the data is input by the human. It has been said by the Sri Ram, Sweta and Manoj, where they might be the bias and prejudice in the technology in mind of the programmer who write the code. The result is not because of the weakness of the technology, but as long as the data given by human is biased, it could produce the biased result and decision making also. It can be seen in Amazon company where they have prejudice and bias toward the gender. For the second point is poor and restriction toward the data. It can be another challenges for a candidate which the company that use artificial intelligence might do a collecting of data, and maybe the data that collect by artificial intelligence itself is sensitive and the privacy data. In this situation might make the candidate employee become have a feeling of insecurity and then uncomfortable with that. And then if the company not take a serious look into this matter, the company have a possibility to face with the legally matters. For third point is hard for candidate who not internet savvy. Artificial intelligence may be a benefit and advantage toward the candidate who internet savvy and adaptable with the new technology, but not for the person or employee with old school one that cannot adapt with the current technology and tend to uh, terminate and the conversation with chatbot as they feel uncomfortable during the process. This case stated by the Chris Murdoch, where there is 58% of the candidate feel uncomfortable with the process and tend to respond negatively during the process. For the last point, no. For the last point is less human judgment. Not all things can be done by the technology, which is a certain thing need to be analyzed by human. For example, a candidate who have a skill, have a typical work skill. The last point is less human judgment, where not all the thing can be done by the technology, which a certain thing need to be analyzed by the human. For example, the candidate or employee have a typical work experience, but yet they are fit the position with the company offer based on their personality, personal interest, and their character and work ethic itself. Based on the criteria, it need to be observed and judged by the human, to depending on the artificial intelligence technology might be reduce the diversity of workplace. Part 3 is impact of artificial intelligence in recruiting industry. There is 5 points that I would like to explain. Firstly, upgrade the efficiency. Second, make hiring experience better. Third, easy to find candidate who fit with the culture. Fourth, certain position might lose their job. And five, learn job seeker behavior and trend. For the first point is upgrade the efficiency. The smallest thing of artificial intelligence itself can give impact toward the process. By using those technology, it has upgrade the efficiency which fasten the process of screening, selecting and hiring the new employee. Artificial intelligence could conduct the interview and screen the candidate. In this case, artificial intelligence will use the Vera call to use the Vera call as a voice recognition while interact with the candidate. As humans have the limited ability, artificial intelligence can use a Vera call to make an interview that human might need 1 week to complete the interview season. Another way, company can use a chatbot in order to answer all the inquiry and ask the candidate certain question, and the result will be faster rather than human in order to gathering the data. Meanwhile, all this can save the time of processing human resource activity. For the second point is make hiring experience better. When hiring using modern talent acquisition, giving hiring experience become better in terms of save time and cost also. The traditional way where the company need to screening the CV and resume in order to find the information one by one and take a lot of time. While using artificial intelligence technology, the company just need to enter the certain keyword in order to find the information regarding their employee. Unfortunately, the company that use traditional way might drag the process, and unfilled position might cost them more. So the use of artificial intelligence um, can avoid them the extra cost and shortening the process. For the third point is easy to find candidate who fit with the culture of the company. Implementing intelligent technology can create the cultural fit where they have a software where can highlight the personality trend through the statistic. It is important in order to make the employee enjoy working with the company, and the company will enjoy the performance of their worker. For the next point is loss of job. Uh, Executive headhunting this because the company might terminate certain of their HR executive in order to replace it with the artificial intelligence, as artificial intelligence also doing more better than human. In order for the organization to cut their costs, they will downsizing the HR department. It ensure certain employee might lose their position and be replaced by the artificial intelligence. The last point is learn job seeker behavior and trend, where Artificial intelligence can identify and keep updating the company regarding job seeker behavior trend and pattern. This can be through the position of data and algorithms and trend of the candidate itself. If the candidate find and searching marketing position, the artificial intelligence can learn the trend and target the candidate with relevant position. The last part is suggestion for me for the improvement of artificial intelligence technology. There is three suggestions from me, which is firstly combine artificial intelligence skill with human skill. Second, standardize and neutralize the data. The last one is tighten the data security. For the first point, combine artificial intelligence skill with human skill. The use of artificial intelligence bring a lot of successful in recruitment industry and give a better experience toward the candidate and the company itself. Whatever it is, the company cannot replace human skill with the artificial intelligence overall, but they need to combine artificial intelligence skill with the human skill also in order to make the performance is better. Moreover, this is surely because the AI technology can replace human just because the technology is doing better. While doing this, nobody will lose their position just because the company are implementing the artificial intelligence in their recruitment method. For the second one, standardize and neutralize the data. Other than that, um, this way, which can avoid the bias and prejudice during recruitment and selection process. Whatever data feed by the professional HR or HR executive need to be supervised and managed. Furthermore, organization need to have a clear criteria and how they want the candidate that the candidate for the second one is standardize and neutralize the data. This way, in order to avoid the bias and prejudice during the recruitment and selection process, whatever data that feed by the professional HR or executive HR need to be supervised and managed. Organization need to have a clear criteria on how the candidate need to be if they want to work with them in order to achieve their mission and vision. By having a clear criteria and skill needed, the organization can avoid to overlook on certain criteria, especially the gender of the candidate. Last one is tighten the data security. Tighten the data security it is to ensure there is no chance for the data thief or breach of the data, which may include the privacy and sensitive data. Or other than that, tightening the data security also will make the employee and candidate feeling secure with the data given to the company. Last one is conclusion, uh, where implementation of the technology is good for the company to build up their brand in the eye of the competitor. The capability of artificial intelligence are undeniable as the recruitment process become better day by day. It's not wrong to practice a traditional way, but the modern talent acquisition give more benefit toward the organization and the candidate itself. It also good to make the company follow the progress of the world technology. Lastly, artificial technology might give a lot of benefit and positive impact toward the organization, and in the same time wrong way of handling the artificial technology itself especially might give the company in a risk and put the company in a passive situation. That's all from me. Thank you.